The GAZ-66 is one of the most recognizable and respected Soviet military and utility trucks ever produced. A vehicle that became famous for its remarkable simplicity, durability, and ability to operate in places where ordinary trucks could not survive. Introduced in the Soviet Union during the 1960s, the GAZ-66 was designed primarily as a versatile four-wheel drive truck capable of carrying equipment, personnel, supplies, and specialized bodies across difficult terrain. At first glance, the GAZ-66 may appear to be a simple old-fashioned military truck, but its engineering reflects a very practical philosophy. Build a strong machine that can be repaired easily, carry a useful load, and continue working under harsh conditions. The vehicle became an important part of Soviet transportation infrastructure and military logistics, and thousands of examples were produced over several decades. Its distinctive cab-over-engine design, compact dimensions, high ground clearance, large tires, and four-wheel drive system gave it an unusual combination of maneuverability and off-road capability. The GAZ-66 was developed by the Gorkovsky Avtomobilny Zavod, commonly known as GAZ, at a time when the Soviet Union required reliable vehicles for military units, agriculture, construction, forestry, communications, and remote transportation. One of the most important characteristics of the GAZ-66 was its four-wheel drive system, which allowed power to be delivered to all four wheels when additional traction was required. This feature made the truck particularly useful on mud, snow, sand, rocky tracks, and uneven countryside. The vehicle was also equipped with a transfer case that provided different gearing for road and off-road conditions, allowing the driver to select a suitable driving mode according to the terrain. The GAZ-60 chassis was built with strength and durability in mind, using a rugged ladder-type frame capable of supporting the truck's body and various specialized equipment. Its suspension was designed to tolerate rough surfaces and heavy use, while the high-mounted axles and generous ground clearance helped the truck pass over obstacles that could stop lower vehicles. Another distinctive feature was its compact cab-over-engine layout. Instead of placing a long hood in front of the driver, the GAZ-66 positioned the cabin above the engine. This arrangement reduced the overall length of the truck while maintaining a useful cargo area and improving maneuverability. The design also gave the GAZ-66 its unmistakable appearance, with a relatively short, upright cabin and a simple military-style body. The cab itself was functional rather than luxurious. It was designed for practicality, not comfort or decoration. Inside, the driver and passengers found a straightforward dashboard containing the essential instruments and controls. There were no modern multimedia systems, digital displays, advanced climate control systems, or electronic driving assistance. Everything was mechanical and understandable, which was an important advantage in remote areas where complicated electronic systems would have been difficult to repair. The engine used in the GAZ-66 was a gasoline-powered V8, giving the truck enough torque and power for its intended duties. Its performance was not designed around speed but around dependable movement while carrying heavy loads and dealing with difficult surfaces. The engine's relatively simple mechanical construction also contributed to the truck's reputation for being reparable in the field. Mechanics could work on many components using basic tools, and this was extremely valuable for military units and remote operators. The GAZ-66 was never intended to be a sports vehicle, and its driving experience was very different from that of a modern passenger car. The steering required physical effort, the cabin was noisy, and the suspension communicated much of the road's roughness to the occupants. However, these characteristics were accepted because the vehicle was created to accomplish a different mission. Its purpose was to reach locations where roads were poor or non-existent and to deliver people or equipment safely. One of the truck's greatest strengths was its ability to operate away from paved roads. The large tires provided good traction, while the four-wheel drive system allowed the vehicle to continue moving when one or more wheels encountered loose or slippery ground. The truck's high clearance reduced the chance of the chassis becoming trapped on rocks, deep ruts, or uneven terrain. In mud, the GAZ-66 could use its low-range gearing to maintain controlled movement without relying on excessive speed. On snow-covered roads, The combination of four-wheel drive and suitable tires made the truck useful for winter transportation. These capabilities explain why the GAZ-66 became popular far beyond ordinary cargo transportation. Different versions were created for communications, medical services, fuel transportation, firefighting, workshops, military equipment, and other specialized applications. Some vehicles were fitted with enclosed bodies, while others carried open cargo platforms. The basic chassis was versatile enough to serve as a foundation for many different configurations. This flexibility helped extend the usefulness of the GAZ-66 for decades. In military service, the truck was especially valuable because armies require transportation systems capable of following personnel and equipment across difficult terrain. A vehicle such as the GAZ-66 could transport ammunition, supplies, tools, communications equipment, spare parts, and soldiers. Its compact size was useful on narrow roads and forest tracks, while its four-wheel drive capability allowed it to operate in environments that would be difficult for conventional two-wheel drive trucks. The GAZ-66 also became associated with the broader image of Soviet engineering: simple, durable, practical, and designed to function under demanding conditions. Its designers were not primarily concerned with luxury or appearance. Instead, reliability and usefulness were the central goals. The truck's body had a straightforward industrial appearance, with functional panels, large mirrors, simple lights, and sturdy construction. Its military versions were often painted in subdued colors, giving them a serious and utilitarian character. Today, restored examples can be found in various colors and configurations, including classic military-style green. A well-restored GAZ-66 can attract considerable attention because its shape is immediately recognizable to enthusiasts of historic military and Soviet vehicles. One interesting aspect of the GAZ-66 is its driving position. Because the driver sits above the front axle and engine, the vehicle offers a different perspective from a conventional long-hood truck. The large windshield and upright cabin provide good visibility, which is valuable when navigating narrow trails and difficult terrain. However, the cab-over layout also means that engine access is arranged differently from conventional trucks. In many versions, the cab can be tilted forward to provide access to the engine compartment. This practical arrangement makes maintenance easier while keeping the vehicle relatively compact. The GAZ-66 also demonstrates how older mechanical vehicles were designed with serviceability in mind. Modern vehicles often contain extensive electronic systems and computer-controlled components, but the GAZ-66 belongs to an era when mechanical knowledge was much more important. A trained mechanic could diagnose many problems through physical inspection, sound, vibration, or mechanical testing. This characteristic has helped preserve many examples because enthusiasts can continue